President Tinubu's government shocked Buhari, exposed multi-billion naira fraud in his administration. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to your ears this morning. As our headline for this morning says that President Tinubu's government shocks Buhari, exposes multi-billion naira fraud in his administration. It says that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has announced that the Buhari-led administration committed fraud in his ministry. While describing the controversial Nigerian air unveiled by the Buhari-led administration as a fraud, Keyamo submitted that the project remains suspended. Giving details about that project, he noted that the national carrier that was supposed to be an indigenous project and one that was supposed to spark hope for Nigerians was flawed with a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activity. Handi Sirika, Buhari's mother of aviation, have been accused of embezzling over 8 billion naira meant for the Nigerian airports. Nigeria AIM. Reacting to this, Hosseini Rufai Arise TV journalist said, "For those that supported the fraud called Nigerian Air, I am sure you now hear Kayemo call it a fraud. It's shame. It's shame some will defend fraud just to be politically correct. Kudos to David that alerted us about the fraud." Kayemo made this declaration on Nigeria Air while fielding questions from journalists during the second day of the ministerial sectorial update on Monday, May 27 in Abuja. Hosseini Rufai at 2:54 minutes. For those that supported the fraud, called Nigerian Air, I am sure you now hear Kayemo call it a fraud. It's shame. Some will defend fraud just to be politically play correct. Kudos to David that alerts us about the fraud. Kayano declared that the Nigerian Air remains suspended, adding that it was anti-Nigeria. His words, it was never Air Nigeria. It was Ethiopian trying to flag our country and not Air Nigeria. That is the truth. It was not Nigeria. It was printed in Air Nigeria. It was an Ethiopian airline trying to fly our flag. If it is so, why not allow our local people to fly our flag? Why bring a foreigner to fly our flag? So nobody should deceive you that it is Air Nigeria. Air Nigeria must be indigenous, wholly Nigeria, or must be for the full benefit of Nigeria, not that 60% of its profit is given to another country. How does that benefit us? It remains suspended. It remains so, he said. Speaking further on some of the steps taken so far to boost economic development in the aviation sector, Kayano highlighted the consignment of cargo flights. He noted that it will enable Nigerians to tap into the $6 trillion global cargo market. We have agreed that we are going to resume cargo flights between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. This has been suspended for a long time, but now cargo flights are back. Guess what? Air cargo trade accounts for 35% of the world's trade deflects, and air cargo trade, according to the International Air Transport Association (IATA), attracts about $6 trillion annually. And we are missing within that sector we were missing in many routes around the world, and we have achieved that, he said. And that is all we have for you concerning this headline, which says that President Tinubu's government shocks Buhari, exposes multi-billionaire frauds in his administration. Very much yes, you had it for me this morning because it says that President Tinubu's government shocks Buhari, exposes multi-billion naira fraud in his administration. And what did they just reveal? Because they said that what did they just reveal? Because they said that Tinubu's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Fesu Keyamo, has announced that Buhari-led administration committed fraud in his ministry. That Buhari and his led administration committed fraud in his ministry. Why he said why describing the controversial Nigeria Air unveiled by the Buhari-led administration as a fraud. It described the controversial Nigerian Air unveiled by the Buhari-led administration as a fraud. Kayemos submitted that the project remains suspended. He said that that particular project is now suspended. Giving details about that project, he noted that the national carrier was was supposed to be an indigenous project and one that was supposed to spark hope for Nigerians was flawed with a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activities. Say that he said that the national carrier, the Nigerian air that was supposed to be an indigenous project, is now is now flawed with a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activity. Even Hadi Sarika, Buhari's Minister of Aviation, has been accused. He has been accused of embezzling over 8 billion naira meant for the Nigerian Air project. He has been accused of embezzling over 8 billion naira of Nigeria funds concerning the air project. And reacting to this, Oseni Rufau in Arise TV journalist said, for those that supported the fraud called Nigerian Air, I am sure you now hear Kayamus call it a fraud. It's shame some will defend fraud just to be politically correct. Kudos to David that alerted us about the fraud. That was the reaction from Oseni Rufau concerning the fraudulent activity that Buhari and his led administration did concerning the Nigerian Air project. What do you guys think? If you have anything to say concerning that, let me see your own comments in that comment section below. And so okay, don't forget to tap that that subscribe button, the red one, so that and